It's officially the first day of spring, and that means spring racing is here, and I am over the moon that we've got a cracking day of racing ahead at Caulfield tomorrow. It's going to be amazing seeing so many stars back on track, and it's going to be a really interesting day from the mounting yard because, as we know, most of these horses are resuming first up, so their fitness levels are going to be really crucial. But it's just so nice to be looking forward to a race day. Spring is here, the better quality horses are back on the track, and it's going to be a great day. Race 3 is a benchmark 84 for the mares over 1400 metres. Now, this mounting yard shows that horses truly do come in all shapes and sizes. Both Belle Riche and Yellow Sam are quite lean, athletic, lightly framed mares. They're definitely on the taller, longer, more supermodel side of things, whereas a horse like Biao Bay is a really big, strong, chunky mare. She's got stacks of muscle and condition on her, and they're definitely two very opposing types of horses, but all three are hard fit and all three are in really good condition leading into this, as I liked their parades at their previous starts. Marble Arch is the one who I would need to see really big improvement from. I didn't like this mare's parade at all first up. She got really warm, she was really toey, quite worked up, and she was lacking a little bit of strength. So Marble Arch has plenty of improvement in stall, and hopefully we see that from her. Extreme Step, warm is normal for her. She's another one who is hard fit with recent racing under the belt. And Nunthorpe, despite running well last start, she had really good fitness improvement in stall as well. So looking forward to seeing her hopefully a little bit tighter and a little bit fitter. Race 4 is benchmark 78 over the 2000 metres, and horse number 10, Dillian, is probably the biggest question mark for me in this field. Last start, wasn't thrilled with the way he paraded. He was quite toey, quite worked up, and he seemed to be lacking race fitness. Now, he's had 6 weeks between runs, and that for me is certainly less than ideal, but also really trust the stable that he's going to be fit. But saying that, still a question mark, so have to see his fitness levels on Saturday to determine whether or not he'll run out the 2000 metres against other horses who are definitely hard fit, that being Pitcher who gets warm, that's normal for her, and frigid toey is completely normal for that horse. He likes to get quite excited pre-race. Shandon Berge, seen get warm and toey twice pre-race and has definitely performed below par on those occasions. So look to see Shandon Berge not warm and nice and relaxed. Race 5 is the Group 3 McNeil Stakes for the 3-year-olds over the 1200 metres, and this is going to be such an exciting contest, and really looking forward to seeing these younger horses in the mounting yard. Little Bros obviously saw him first up, and he was hard fit on that occasion, had very minimal improvement to come. He's a lovely moving horse, but I'd probably like to see him racing over further. Now at this stage in his career, he definitely looks like more of a athletic staying type that's going to appreciate racing over further compared to a few of these really speedy, strong, muscular, compact horses that he's up against. So that would probably be the main question mark for mine with Little Bros. But if your form tells you that he's going to relish the 1200 metres, then trust that as well, because I'm purely just going off type. Barber, make sure he's not warm. Seen him got warm once and he didn't perform great on that occasion, so look to see him relaxed. And he's a really solid, heavy-bodied colt. He's always going to improve deeper into his preparation, but as we know, his first up record is 2 for 2, so he performs very well with this extra condition on his back. Toey is normal for both V8 and Le Zebra, and toey and warm is normal for both She Light and Hedge, so don't be concerned if you see these behaviours from those 4 runners. Race 7 is the Group 3 Cochrane Stakes for the mares over the 1200 metres, and Benedetta is the key horse in this field, and despite winning last start, I was pretty much very underwhelmed with the way in which she'd returned this campaign. I'd undoubtedly seen her look better. I thought she was a little bit dull in her coat. She was lacking strength in the areas where she normally has them. Despite not being a very big girl, she'll never have a lot of strength and condition, but she was still on the lighter side for her. Being a little bit hippie, there was a little bit too much rib for my liking, and it was just the overall sense I got from Benedetta that I'd seen her look better, and I thought, like I said, despite winning, I thought she actually was a little bit plain in the run considering she had all favours. So the good news from that is that Benedetta can only improve from that first up run, and she had so much improvement in stall. So 4 weeks between runs is ideal, hoping to see her on the little bit of the bigger, stronger, brighter side, but really hoping to see Benedetta in improved condition on Saturday. Race 9 is the first Group 1 of the spring, the Memsie Stakes over the 1400 metres, and this is such an elite field. I'm so excited for this mounting yard. It's going to be a cracker. There's some magnificent horses to look like. We've got superstars of the track returning here, and it's simply outstanding field. So really looking forward to this year's Memsie Stakes. Mr. Brightside, saw him first up, and obviously he was very dominant in winning on that occasion, but I think the thing you really need to consider is the fact of how well he ran, considering how much improvement he had in stall. He was still quite big in size, he was a little bit off in the coat, he had strength to come in certain areas, so albeit a quite positive return from him considering he's got such a long preparation in stall, there was so much improvement to come. So Mr. Brightside is on an upward trajectory, and I think that's really exciting for him. I Wish I Win, he's a very straightforward horse. The thing I love most about I Wish I Win is his stride. He's a magnificent walker. He has such a loose, supple, huge overstep. He's just a really lovely moving horse. And like I said, he's straightforward. He ticks boxes. Interested to see how forward he is here first up, because as we know, most of these horses have quite big preparations, and obviously the target for him is the Mighty Everest. So that's obviously back to the 1200 metres. So can't wait to see I Wish I Win come back. And Toey and Warm is normal for Alligator Blood, Amenable and Anavisto. These three horses tend to parade quite fresh early on in their campaigns, and they perform well doing this regardless, but cannot wait for this mounting yard. Race 10 is a benchmark 100 over the 1400 metres, and here to shock, normal for this horse to be quite warm in the mounting yard and to wear the 2 hind bandages as well. Regards Marie. Loved his parade last start. He had improved so drastically from his first few parades this preparation. I obviously had him as the back of the yard last start because I just couldn't believe the amount of improvement he'd taken from those early runs in his campaign. So he is going to be maintaining that condition, and he's definitely here at his peak and in his best possible condition as long as he's maintained that from his previous start. But with Nick Ryan being the trainer, there's no reason as to why he won't have. Swazero, Toey and Warm is okay for this horse. In Poland, Toey also normal for this boy. He tends to go out onto the track quite early, just as a strategy from the stable to keep him as relaxed as possible. Well, that's a wrap on this week's Mounting Yard preview. Having a look ahead at the sensational day of racing we've got on Saturday at Caulfield. It's obviously the first day of spring today on Friday, and it's the first day of the spring racing carnival, and the horses could not be any better. It's going to be a quality day of racing, and it's going to be a sensational day trackside. So make sure if you can get on track to Caulfield. If not, make sure you stay tuned to Betfair and I's Twitter platforms, where I'll be posting the live mounting yard updates, letting you know how the horses are looking, because obviously it's going to be crucial with a lot of these star gallopers early on into their preparation. So can't wait and look forward to Saturday.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.